Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Sammy. Is the 2-month cadence from Grinding Gear Games burning players out? And is it also the correlation to why we're seeing things that are so uncharacteristic of Grinding Gear Games? And that's in the form of just all the bugs that are in the game. And I bring these two topics up. I'm not saying that is the case. I'm just asking the question because I have to say 0.4, whether you like it or hate it, has definitely shown something, at least in my humble opinion, in things that I'm not used to seeing. And like I said, very uncharacteristic of Grinding Gear Games. All these bugs. I've never seen the performance of the game be worse. I've never seen so many oddities in the game that are like, what's going on here? And the Val Temple exploit. Now, I'm not doing it. If you're doing it, fill your boots, fill your stash tab with all the divines and currency you want. Players, they paid for the game, and they can choose however they want to play it, and Grinding Gear Games is going to decide on how to deal with it. And actually, we've just gotten another hot fix for it, and they've stopped the Holton Temple thing. I don't know everything about it, to be honest with you. I didn't look into it. I know it has to do with Holton. You have to be under level 70 something and all this stuff, and there's a snake involved. That's all I know. But they have nerfed it from what I can tell and from what I've read. I asked the question, is this 2-month cadence not only burning players out? I'm on a more regular basis getting more and more comments on my live stream of players saying, like, I'm burned out, I stopped playing. So that's one thing. You know, I guess that's a personal preference. Some players get burned out quicker than others, but there is some credence to that question. The main reason why I'm bringing up the cadence is I really do believe that this 2-month cadence is contributing to the issues that we're having in the game. And let me explain why. Number one, I've always had this feeling since Grinding Gear Games made the decision to go to the 2-month cadence between POE1 and POE2, I always get the feeling that things are getting rushed. Things are getting missed. And there's no further proof in a lot of Grinding Gear Games announcements, their live reveals. We wanted to do A, but we didn't have the time, so we're going to punt it down the field. It's coming in the next patch. We wanted to do B, but we didn't have the time. We punted down the field. It's coming in the next patch. Now, I believe, and this one, I'm sitting on thin ice, so take it with a grain of salt. I'm pretty sure they wanted to introduce the Druid class in 0.3. Now, I don't think that was a big announcement, but I think that's what they wanted. That's what their intentions were, and it didn't come until 0.4. 0.4 was supposed to be the big endgame patch. Well, live reveal came, it got punted down the field. Hey, we want to do bigger and better things. We want to get it right. And I agree with that philosophy, so I'm happy they did that. Yes, I was disappointed during the live reveal, and I'm disappointed while I'm playing 0.4 that the end game really hasn't changed that much. But my point is, I really think Grinding Gear Games is, and God bless them, there's nobody doing more content than them. They're second to none. The amount of content that they're producing is just off the charts, and they deserve credit for that, like I've stated in previous videos. But I really do believe that they are constantly playing catch up, and they're, dare I say, rushing to get content out every 2 months for POE1 and POE2, and this is contributing to all these issues that are uncharacteristic of Grinding Gear Games. No bigger statement, or the evidence, no bigger evidence than the temple, the Val Temple. Now, don't get me wrong. Studios always miss things. and then they fixed them. I understand that. That is a possibility. Just because they missed something doesn't mean it wasn't, they were rushed. Sometimes you just miss things, and it happens in all games. So I get that. And again, this is just speculation and a theory on my part. But I do believe this 2-month cadence is really rearing its ugly head over and over and over. There's so many things that Grinding Gear Games still has to do that they just are playing catch up. And with this 2 months cadence, it doesn't give them time to breathe. The armor was brought up early on. I don't know if it was 01, 02. And I'll never forget what Jonathan said. Well, yeah, that is something that we've heard it loud and clear. It's just a matter of finding the time for me and Mark to get into a room and discuss it and figure it out. Well, we're still trying to figure it out, I guess. All these things are contributing to what we're playing right now. I have never seen Path of Exile 2, and I've played it since December 6th. I've played it every minute, every league. I grinded the crap out of that game, and I'm still grinding it. And I've never seen the game from a performance perspective. It's in the worst shape that it's ever been. It's laggy. It's getting DC'd. It's just the performance of the game is really worse than it was earlier on. So all these things, the fact that they are so behind on the classes, we still have 4 more to go. And it looks like initially they were going to have all the classes introduced in early access. That's not happening anymore unless a miracle happens. We are going to go into it looks like we're going to go into 1.0 full release with some classes missing. How many? We don't know. And Jonathan said that, if we don't have all the classes in before 1.0 full release, so be it. We'll just go to full release. So I really want to ponder the question, do we need to relook at this 2-month cadence? Now, I initially do not, I don't want them. I like this 2-month cadence. But if it's at the detriment of the quality of the game and the content, then I really think we need to take a hit on this one. I'm not so much convinced on the burnout stuff, although that is a good question to ponder. Every 2 months, we're getting POE1, POE2 content. Yeah, I can see players getting burned out, but the numbers are pretty decent for a game that is, 0.4, I would say is not a W. I think it's got a lot of issues. So I don't think we can call 0.4 a W, but we're still getting decent numbers. Now, yes, it has gone down big time since it was released. But that's sometimes naturally par for the course with all games. But I want you guys to get into the comments section and let me know, do you think Grinding Gear Games needs more time in between the content releases? I do. Now, I hope I'm wrong, because I've always felt that Grinding Gear Games is rushing and trying to adhere to this 2-month cadence that they have committed to. They are not delaying the content anymore. They are delaying, they're not delaying the releases. They're delaying the content, okay? And I think maybe they need to reconsider this 2-month cadence. Maybe give themselves an extra 2 weeks. Maybe go to a 3-month cadence. Now, as much as that hurts me to say, because I love having new content every 2 months, but if going to a 3-month cadence alleviates some of this uncharacteristic stuff that's happening in the game, then I would support it. Because this is so uncharacteristic of Grinding Gear Games. They are usually they're usually just tweaking stuff, okay? And it's an ideology thing or a vision thing that they're fixing that the player base doesn't agree with. It doesn't have to do with, basic stuff like this exploit with the Val Temple, with some of this performance issues. Like, it's just maddening, and it's also uncharacteristic. So get in the comments section. Let me know what you think. I really do believe that they are playing catch up. They're just creating so much content that they can't keep up. And I don't see them, doubling in manpower and making this massive studio. I think they want to do it all contained with their current setup. Now, don't get me wrong. They're a company, of course, they are going to grow and add a person here or there or whatever. But unless I'm not seeing it, I don't see them, going out there and hiring 10, 15, 20 people. You guys let me know if I'm way off on that and wrong. But I really think we need to seriously have this discussion about them adding to their cadence and giving themselves some more time to breathe and more time to cook. They are one hell of a chef, man. They know how to cook. They know how to create stuff. I just think they're up against it, with their back up against the wall with this 2 months cadence thing that they've committed to. So get in the comment section. Let me know what you think. What are the pros? What are the cons? I really do think the extra time is going to serve the game well. I just think they're going to have more time to cook. They're going to have more time to do their due diligence. They're going to have more time to do tests and test the stuff. And who knows, maybe add more content with that extra month or 2 weeks. I really think it's something that we should ask ourselves and debate. So get in the comment section. Let me know what you think. And I'm really interested in hearing if there is an appetite for people like myself that are greedy and want new content every 2 months. I'm willing to sacrifice another 2 weeks, another month, in order for the quality of the content that's being released to be higher tier and tested. So get in the comment section and let me know. I just wanted to throw that out there, guys. Look, at the end of the day, I hope I'm wrong and Grinding Gear Games will eventually catch up, and this 2 month cadence is a walk in the park for them. But in my humble opinion, it looks to me, again, my opinion, it looks like to me that they are struggling. Every release, every patch, they are struggling to get to the finish line, and it's coming out in the product that they're delivering. Anyway, get in the comment section, let me know. And as always, if you can like the video and comment on the video, it would help get it and push it through the YouTube algorithm. And as always, if you really want to support my channel, please hit the subscription button. It would mean the world to me. I want to get out in front of more eyes and ears. I love talking video games, so please hit the subscription button. I would really appreciate it. And as always, we'll hope to see you next time. Take care, everyone. The opinions expressed in this video are mine and solely mine. Healthy debate is always encouraged. Hate is never welcomed. So get over it.